What is up, everybody? We're doing an amazing tour today with Bryce. He's gonna actually show us his tiny house. This thing is really, really cool. So I actually built a tiny house, so I love touring tiny houses when I can. I met Bryce. I was like, dude, this tiny house looks amazing. He's like, it's actually up for sale. So I wanted to post this video because this is one of the nicest tiny houses that I've seen. The finishes are immaculate, and I can't wait to show everybody. Here we go. What's up, Bryce? How are you, bud?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, we got a train going by us right now. That's pretty cool.
Good old industrial district.
Well, Bryce, you actually built this tiny house, and word is you're actually building another tiny house for a client right now.
Yeah, I've got a second one down the way there, and finishing that off in the spring.
Are you building these tiny houses for clients moving forward?
Yeah. Got a company going and looking to book a bunch more.
What is the name of your company?
It's Alto.
Alto, A-L-T-O, right?
That's right.
Tell me a little bit about this one, because I think this is awesome, by the way. What is the length of this trailer?
So this is a 30-foot trailer with the cantilevered wall at the back and about a 4-foot tongue. So overall, it's almost 40 feet, but 30-foot footprint for the...
This is my style, by the way. I actually just love the design of it. Siding of it, before we go inside, I'll talk a little bit about the outside. So the siding is, that's a metal.
Standing seam metal, fancy coating, and then the wood is CVG.
I see a lot of tiny houses actually like not use metal, and you went with it. It's more expensive.
Yeah, definitely more expensive. We just wanted to put something on there that was going to last a long time. This is a 50-year product, roofing and siding, and something that'll be real durable in the mountains, at the beach, wherever someone wants to put something like this.
Nice. I see you also went with the triple axle, which is great. They're probably rated for what, 7,000 a piece?
Yeah, I think these ones are 5.5 a piece, so 16.5 total.
Do you know the total weight of it?
I don't know exactly, but we think it's in the 12,000 pound range.
You actually have this NOAA certified, I believe, right?
Yep, NOAA certified.
NOAA certification is just a certification for tiny houses?
Yeah, it's one of the third-party certifications that builders like us can use.
Obviously, this is your one of your work sites, but what I'm actually envisioning, like exterior. You have 2 doors actually on the exterior right here. For me, if this was my tiny house, I would build some massive like deck right here. Is that kind of like what your vision was?
Yeah, that's definitely the intention. Like, I think most of what we did inside was also geared towards like this indoor-outdoor sort of experience. Lots of windows and things like that. And then, like you said, the doors. So it's totally meant. It's also a great way to deal with the height of the trailer. Right. Once you get everything leveled out and give you more usable space out there.
So if I was to buy this from you, and if I was like, hey man, I got a property, I'm gonna put it on there, and if I wanted to hire you to build my deck, could you do that for me?
Oh yeah, 100%.
You can do that? Cool.
Yeah. Get a nice hardwood deck on there. And
screened in? Can I do it screened in?
Sure.
Yeah,
get a cover
whatever.
on it. Yeah, of course. Really, again, like back to the initial intention, it was kind of more like a dream home. Like we didn't hold back on materials, finishes. We wanted to kind of show what could one of these be if it was built like a luxury house.
Let's take a look and let's step inside if that's okay. And obviously you have 2 doors, but we're gonna go in the single door here in the back. Was that the intention of like this is your entrance?
Yeah, that's the main entrance, man door. Let's check it out.
Yeah, let's go. All right, so I'm gonna close this door right behind us. We're gonna get some of the train noise away from us. So what is this room that we are in? There's my backpack.
So this is the entryway mud room. We've got like coat hanger, the main light controls there, washer and dryer, some cabinetry. This was kind of meant to be like your work from home area, and also enough storage for clothes, like real set of dressers for somebody that was going to live in here.
My home office as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice standing height to work.
Yeah.
You know, and it's also a little separated from the main space, so that you have some privacy in the background of your videos that you're working at home from.
There you go. I do a lot of van tours, as you probably know. A lot of those guys actually use like a Phoenix as like a facing for their cabinetry. Mm-hmm. Is that Phoenix or is that painted? Because you did a really nice painting job.
Yeah, it's all painted. So the walls in here are smooth wall finish, and then all the cabinetry is nice wood with painted finish. So.
I love it. And then you actually did not hold back on the countertops either. That's a really nice counter. You want to explain what that is?
Yeah, so this is a cross-laminated bamboo plywood with 1/4 inch rich light material top and bottom.
Well, this, like, look at all the storage just back in, just in the mudroom, everybody. We haven't even started. And because is it raking the walls? Like, because of that, it just gives you more of an effect, like you said, the cantilevered walls.
Yeah, it definitely gives an effect of expansive space. It also gives you more storage in the cabinetry. It allows for something like this to be on the wall and not take up all of your countertop.
I like it.
Usable space. So.
Yeah, because now that is now offset back, right?
Yep.
And now you have, I see what you're saying. I didn't even think about that. That's rad. Electrically, I can see you have this here. Obviously, this is not built off grid, which is smart because it's a tiny house. So do you just plug it into a 50 amp or 30
this
amp?
one's set up with a standard 50 amp plug. It's a 100 amp panel, so it is meant to be upgraded.
I mean, this is a perfect ADU. Somebody could use it as a rental property. Somebody could use it as a second house somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a million ways you could kind of use this. I love the little washer dryer. This is perfect. Well,
yeah, single unit, so that thing washes and dries, and you just grab your clothes done. No venting and no condensation.
Continue on because right through that hallway, you're going to see a bathroom that I am thoroughly impressed with.
Step in here. Should be room for both of us, I think. Ventilation.
And you have a fan in here too, is that right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Full-size mirror, towel rack, little vanity. I think everyone kind of likes this little detail.
Oh, the little toilet holder?
Yeah.
The toilet paper holder? That's kind of
Yeah,
cool.
it kind of comes towards you when you need it, right?
So like if I was in here, I would shut this door obviously, and then you can use that and you can open the door. That's actually, it's like a space saving, because you don't, yeah.
Yeah, it's ergonomic, space saving, keeps
Ergonomic.
everything clean in here.
I like this toilet. I know it's weird to say this, but I like the toilet. What is that toilet?
So that's a wall mount toilet. So the space under it, it's all clear span under it, super easy to clean.
Okay.
And then the flushing buttons here and here are in the wall. So the whole unit mounts inside the wall, and then the bowl hangs on that.
So you have to hook the house up, obviously, to power, but then what do you do for the black tank? Is it also hooked up to a septic system?
For gray water and black water. So that's another reason why we went with a wall mount toilet here, is because it brings your plumbing slope up a bit. So from there, you got some slope to get out of the floor and outside.
Amazing standing shower. I love the tile work that you did
I'll
here.
hop in here so you can kind of get like a scale for it, maybe.
Yeah, that is rad.
Yeah, I'm like 5'7".
Yeah. So obviously a 6-footer can fit in there very easily.
Yeah, 6 foot, couple inches, you're totally good.
Yeah, and you obviously raised it up, but just a little bit too, which is great.
Yep.
But plenty of room for someone to get ready and do their thing in the morning.
Yeah, it was important to have like a separated space for that, something that wasn't just at like the front or the back of the trailer.
Now, you don't have this obviously staged or anything because, you're selling the house and you're not living in it currently or anything like that. You have a house. So is this the living room space?
Yep, this is meant to be the living room. So, L-shaped bench or futon, something that gives you day and nighttime versatility. There's plenty of room there for someone to set up a bed that wants to sleep downstairs or have a coffee table and lounge.
I love the space and the usage of your windows. You went with obviously a lot of natural light in here. It is such a well-used space of natural light. Something that's also out of sight, out of mind, insulation. I know you spared no expense with this. So what insulation did you go with?
Yeah, so it's all spray foam insulation, and that was important to us because there's metal framing and there's metal on the outside. We wanted to get the maximum R value and also seal up the space for air as well.
I use spray foam on my tiny house. It is by far the best thing you can do, especially with metal studs, like you said.
Yep.
So this is all a metal frame. I would definitely set this up as like a nice little living room with a L shape or something along those lines. And
so that angled wall, cantilevered wall comes into play there too, because it's kind of a nice angle to sit back at when you're in.
So would you put the L like this way?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And also, I guess technically you'd be set it up as a second sleeping quarter.
Yeah, I think if it was mine, I would set it up with kind of a nicer futon and then a small coffee table that could be you know, scooted here for extra seating, and then that way that could be converted for a guest or.
I mean, there's a lot of companies out there that build like small space design furniture.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of, you could find, you know, 100 different things that can fit
And
in
with
here.
the windows all the way around, like a daybed area to
I love it.
hang out
Yeah.
in would be awesome.
Yeah, my dog would love this. Key feature of any tiny house is the kitchen. The kitchen, you, again, spared zero expense. You went full on just gorgeousness. Looks like a commercial grade refrigerator? What
Yeah,
is
it's
that?
commercial grade. It's fridge freezer. Chose this one because it has really good controls and readouts that you can see. It's lockable.
You know, these are just, this is about Alto right here. And then these are your floor plans. Obviously, you also gorgeously printed it on bamboo. You didn't take up a lot of room with any upper cabinets. You obviously have cabinets up top for storage and here, but like it didn't take away from any of your natural light you got going on.
Yeah, it was also, I felt important to not stack a bunch of large things. That's one of the other reasons we went with a lower, more low profile fridge freezer rather than having a big tall box in the space.
And then your cooking apparatuses, is the air fryer or whatever that is, does that come with it?
Yep, that's also commercial grade air fryer, countertop oven. You can do just about everything in there. Those things have gotten to be pretty fancy these days now.
Yeah, they
So
are. That's a nice one. I like that a lot, actually.
fits in that corner great. And
Gotta have your cooktop.
gotta have the cooktop. We went with the gas, propane range there. You can do propane or natural gas in it.
Propane's beautiful because it actually gives you the open flame. So people love cooking with an open flame.
Yeah.
And induction is great, but open flame cooking is next level.
Yeah, I mean, I like cooking myself, and I felt like for sure that was like one of the things you see in higher end kitchens is real gas ranges.
Real gas ranges, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. This is just the range vent, and this actually pops out.
Oh,
and,
fancy
has
pants.
a set of lights in there as well, and
That's so cool.
yeah.
And that like auto, I think it like auto turns on when you pull that out, right?
Yeah, the lights pop on right when that comes out. And same thing, just trying to keep things like a hood vent that I don't think anyone thinks hood vents are sexy.
But if you can make it, I mean, you made it look good.
If you can minimize it and give it a small footprint and tuck it in there, everything kind of like is less obtrusive.
You also did something that I adore because I did it in my tiny house. Is I think your windows are all operating as an awning.
Yeah, we've got a
You have no
bunch
sliders?
of awnings. No sliders. No sliders. We've got awnings and a casement.
So we are up here in the Pacific Northwest, and we get a lot of wet weather in the Pacific Northwest. So the awning style windows are absolutely perfect for that because you can open them in a rain.
Yep.
Summer day, rain, get that fresh air in here. That's why I love awning.
Yeah.
Was that your intention?
Yeah, we get a lot of weather here. They're totally more functional in terms of being able to have them open and not be getting moisture in. In places like this is probably just a good example, but in a place like this, right, you can still operate the window really easily.
Yeah.
If this was a sliding window, you're doing the whole motion up there,
Right.
right? They crank out quite a ways.
Yeah, they do. Yours go further than mine did.
So there's screens for all of those as well.
The last bit of the house is obviously a sleeping quarter, which you, like a lot of tiny houses, you put it into a loft section.
Yep.
Sleeping is obviously, or a bedroom is in a tiny house is literally just made for sleeping. It's not like a hangout spot or anything like that, right?
Right, yeah.
So you put it up in the loft. Do you know the dimensions of it? And again, the raking of the wall actually helps with that as well.
Yeah, so it's about 7.5 feet across up there. I believe close to 20 feet from the very back to here. So that cantilevered wall adds a couple of feet back there. 16, 17 feet from back there to the front.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So you have storage up there. You can put your clothing up there. You can put whatever you want up there. Also, you also just mentioned the width, which was 7.5 feet, which makes this an 8-foot width home.
Yep.
Which no permits required to move this at any point.
Yeah, we kept it within the road legal dimensions and weight and all that stuff. So.
And I believe the height is under the 13.6, which is also road legal, right?
That's right. Yep.
So anything over 13.6, anything over 8.5, you need a permit for to move.
Yep. And then, like I said, haven't weighted officially, but we do think it's a light enough weight that most people could tow it as well and be under the GBW for their truck. And
So do you mind showing for the camera, taking that ladder off? And
yeah, of course.
you also, again, you went really like high-end look on even a ladder. You built a custom ladder. So I also want to point out that you're obviously going up the ladder right now, but you can still access the bathroom with the ladder in place. So if you have to use the bathroom in the middle of the night, you just go down the ladder and go into the bathroom.
Yeah, that was important for us to keep that somewhat open and also get the slope on these stairs good enough that somebody could actually use them to walk down without using a handrail or something else like that.
Right, I'm gonna just step up there if that's okay. There you go. Such a massive like loft space. It's just, I don't realize it.
Yeah, plenty of room for like a queen or king size bed along the back wall there, and room on each side for two.
And as I turn around here, I see you have a Mitsubishi Electric. That obviously is the heating and cooling of the entire house.
Yep, that's the mini split. So that's the indoor air handler part. You've got a good view of it there. So we use this cabinet to give the upstairs some more privacy from the downstairs, so you're not looking straight up into someone's bed area. But we left it open above it so that when you have windows downstairs open and that rear window, egress window behind the bed, you get this airflow effect that works its way up and out from the bottom to the top. So
like a nice cross breeze.
yeah, it's a really nice airflow that actually flows in through that window and goes up and over and out the top window.
Bryce, you're gonna have to give me your email, and I can put it in the description below. We didn't really talk price, and it's really hard to talk about price.
Yeah.
And I say this a lot in my videos because price obviously has subject to change. So we're not gonna give the price here, but you can give a range. This is a higher end house than what you might see on the market.
Yeah.
You know, a typical, what did you say this was, a 30-footer, 32-footer?
Yeah, 30-foot.
30-footer, they're typically between literally $100,000 to $200,000. It's literally in that range.
Yeah,
so,
the custom ones are towards the upper end of that, and the production homes are towards the lower end of that. So
right, and this is kind of in between. This is a custom, but not production.
yeah, I think there's quite a few details in this that you wouldn't put in a production type build.
Yeah, nobody in a production build uses some of the materials you use. I mean, you went really high end on some of these materials.
Like solid stain grade wood and custom countertops and all that stuff is just
those
are custom home things, right?
It's a custom home thing. So it's hard for people to understand, to swallow the pill of what a price is.
We didn't show like the hardware, but like, you know, the soft close hardware on everything. These are great.
Look at that.
Grab your dishes out of them, walk away.
All soft close. What is this guy right here?
So that's the thermostat.
So that controls the entire house.
Yep.
And
heating.
is that a slide off and a remote control?
Yeah, you could have it upstairs in bed or wherever you want, outside on the deck.
No way.
Yeah.
And that controls that mini split up there?
Yep.
Oh, right. Cool. I mean, again, because you got spray foam, this house is easily, insulated.
Yeah, I think the walls were R21 and
wow.
Ceiling and floor R28. If
somebody wants to contact you, what is the best way they can get a hold of you? Just email or?
Yeah, email. We have a website, altoenvironments.com.
Alto Environments. Okay.
That's right. Yeah. And there's tons of photos and info there. Contact us. We're into building anything. Tiny homes on wheels, ADUs, small custom homes.
Whatever you can.
Yep.
Whatever you get your hands on. You are in the Portland area. You can travel if need within the PNW area, I would assume.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll travel.
And you got a pretty cool truck camper.
Yep. Yeah, we'll get that on another video for sure.
Yeah, we will. All the links are going to be in the description below for everybody. And thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, Jared.